I have been shopping. I went to the supermarket and bought all these products. And what is so special about them is that they are all brands that were originally produced and also very well known in East Germany. Let's have a look. Hi and welcome to another East Germany Investigated video. After the reunification of Germany, most of the East Germans were not interested anymore in the brands that were produced in their own country or in Eastern Europe. They wanted to taste the West. And so in the beginning of the 1990s, a lot of East German companies disappeared because of the lack of demand. Besides that, the production costs had also increased dramatically, so in the economic battlefield, the East German companies got hit from two sides. More about this in this video about what happened in East Germany in the beginning of the 1990s. I did some research and I made a selection of products that I'd like to show you. While getting these items together, there was one thing that surprised me. I will come back to that in a couple of minutes. Let's start with the two non-food brands in this selection. Fit is a dishwashing detergent that was used by 85% of the GDR households. The bottle has the form of the Red Tower, Roter Turm, in the city of Karl-Marx-Stadt, nowadays again Chemnitz, where the product was first produced in the mid-1950s. Since 1967 the production location moved to Hirschfelde in the southeast of East Germany, only a few hundred meters from the Polish border. After the reunification, no one was interested to buy the company and Fit disappeared from the shelf in the supermarkets. However, because the stock had accumulated, the factory staff started selling the product in front of the supermarkets. This led to a reintroduction in the stores. The big challenge, however, was to find a buyer. When all hope seemed lost, a private individual bought the company in 1993 and made it a success. Market share in East Germany today? 40% and therefore a market leader. Florena is a cosmetics brand that produces skincare products since 1920. The factory is located in Waldheim. A very popular product was the cream, at that time sold in a white-blue tin can, available since the 1960s. The West German brand Nivea, however, had the same color combination and therefore litigated against Florena. After a long dispute, it was agreed that Florena will not be available anymore on the Western market. After the German reunification, the company survived through a management buyout and hundreds of people lost their job. Until recently you could buy the special 100 years anniversary edition of Florena, again in white-blue. No complaints from Nivea this time? No, because in 2002 the multinational Beiersdorf, that also owns the brand Nivea, took over Florena, that had become a profitable brand again. Let's move to Rotkäppchen Sekt. Since 1856 it says on the bottle, first under the name of Monopol and since 1894 as Rotkäppchen, meaning Little Red Riding Hood, referring to its red cap. It was the most popular sparkling wine of the GDR, produced in the city of Freiburg. Demand collapsed after the fall of the Berlin Wall. Sales had dropped from more than 15 million bottles in 1987 to about 7 million in 1990. Also here the employees started selling the product out of their cars and vans. A 1993 management buyout together with an investor resulted not only in a survival but also in a growth. In the year 2000 sales reached 15 million bottles. Rotkäppchen is often seen as the East German success story. The company itself states that Rotkäppchen is not a GDR brand, but a brand that goes back to 1894 as a national brand with strong regional roots. After the fall of the Berlin Wall, the East Germans wanted to taste the West and refused to be reminded of their former national products. And so, not all products survived. For example, the next one. Nudossi, the East German version of Nutella, was introduced in the mid-1960s. Compared to its competitor, Nudossi contains much more hazelnuts because these were sufficiently available and did not need to be imported into the GDR. Unfortunately, the brand did not survive the unification. That it came back is based on a mistake. In 1997, an entrepreneur, Karl-Heinz Hartmann, bought the brand Elbflorenz to make Christmas biscuits. Elbflorenz, that had produced confectionery and chocolate, previously also had produced Nudossi, and so a journalist asked Hartmann if he would also bring Nudossi back on the market. Hartmann said yes without thinking too much about the consequences, but it was soon all over the news that Nudossi would come back. Hartmann felt that he should keep his word, so Nudossi is back since 1999. Let's move to another chocolate product, the Halloren Kugeln. The Halloren Kugeln got their name from the Halloren. The Halloren are salt workers that produced salt out of brine that came from the saltwater springs in the city of Halle. The Halloren Kugel resembles the buttons of the salt workers and is a chocolate ball filled with cream. The product exists since 1952 and is made in Germany's oldest chocolate factory. Nowadays you can also get them in all kinds of other flavors like maracuja yogurt and apple cinnamon. That definitely did not exist 30 years ago. Russisch Brot, Russian bread, are letters made of cocoa egg white dough. On the back it says that a baker from Dresden brought the recipe from St. Petersburg in 1845, hence the name. But Russisch Brot is also known and produced in the west of Germany and in Austria, that both have different explanations for the product's name. Dr.quendt was a food technologist who worked for the publicly owned enterprise Elite Dauerbackwaren, the company that produced Russisch Brot in the GDR, till 1990. He saved the baking machine from scrapping in the beginning of the 1990s and he founded his company, Dr.quendt. In 1994, Dr.quendt also took over the production of Dresdner Stollen from another GDR company that did not survive the reunification. A Stollen is a fruit bread containing raisins and a powdered sugar coating. Because of its protected geographical indication, geschützte geografische Angabe, Dresdner Stollen may only bear that name when produced in a Dresden area. Also, this Stollen comes from the same area. Emil Reimann, a company that exists since 1910 and used to be one of the biggest bakeries in Germany. The protected geographical indication is also used for this product. Gherkins from Spreewald. The Spreewald, Spree Forest, lies about 70 kilometers south of Berlin and is famous for its gherkins. If you have seen the movie Goodbye Lenin, you might know them. Unfortunately, in the GDR, the gherkins were only sold under the counter. Most of the product was exported. Spreewaldhof, the biggest producer of gherkins, was sold to a French company in 2021. Bautz'ner is a city that is known for two things. It had a notorious prison for political prisoners, but it also produces one of the best mustards of Germany, Bautz'ner. Bautz'ner produces mustard since 1866 and its most popular product, the Bautz'ner Mittelscharf, the medium hot, dates back to 1953. In contrast to the other products that I showed, the demand for this product did not dramatically reduce with the German reunification. Bautz'ner still has a market share in East Germany of 70%. And last but not least, we have some chocolates from Böhme. The origin of this brand also goes back a long time. It was 1894 when Mr. Böhme and his brother-in-law started making chocolate in Delitzsch, which lies about 20 kilometers north of the city of Leipzig. In the GDR era, the company became a Volkseigener Betrieb, a publicly owned enterprise, and after being part of a West German company for about 2 decades, today the Delitzscher Schokoladenfabrik is an independent company. Also, the Halloren factory produces Böhme chocolate. A popular product are the royal mints, which resemble After Eights. And now one thing that surprised me. Some of these products are market leader in the eastern part of Germany, but not in the western part of Germany. But what is surprising is that I could get all these products in supermarkets in the very west of Germany. With today's choice of brands, I think that's special. That's it for today. If you're hungry for more East Germany, then check out the other videos on this channel and subscribe. Thanks for watching and hope to see you in the next one.